Turning now to the latest on the federal immigration raids happening across the country.
All right, we're now learning that the Trump administration has begun flying some of those taken into custody out of the U.S. The White House press secretary sharing these photos on social media showing migrants boarding military planes. This first flight took off from Biggs Army Airfield in El Paso, Texas, headed for Guatemala. And here in our area, federal immigration agents raided a fish market in Newark, New Jersey, detaining several workers.
And we're learning more details tonight about what went down. Stephanie Bertini joins us live from Newark with the very latest. Steph, what can you tell us?
So we're hearing ICE agents went into the fish place yesterday, took pictures of people, took their fingerprints, took pictures of their faces. ICE is calling it targeted enforcement. This surveillance video appears to show federal agents escorting a man outside the Ocean Seafood Depot in Newark. They stop near an SUV for a short time. It's unclear if they're searching him or cuffing him. Next, you can see he's put into the back of the vehicle. The video offers a look at a federal operation at this Newark fish market. Several workers were taken into custody yesterday.
Some ICE agents raided a business in our city without a warrant. People were fingerprinted. Pictures of their IDs and face were taken there. When I got this information, I was appalled.
Trump's attacks on immigrant communities is now at our front door.
Community leaders and immigration activists holding a press conference at City Hall this morning in reaction to what happened.
What we learned from folks that stayed behind was that ICE walked in like it was their empire's own conquered land. They were heavily armed. There was no prior announcement. They were blocking off entrances and exits. They were scrambling up delivery ramps. They were banging down bathroom doors to make sure no one was hiding inside.
Back at the fish market today, this woman on her way into work describes the lingering fear.
People, it's like a little bit afraid because they working for many times here.
This man lives across the street.
That there was a ICE raid at the place.
What's your reaction to the new president's crackdown on immigration, the promise of these mass deportations? We're starting to see these promises play out with that ICE raid.
Well, illegals, or I don't say only illegal. If they're a criminal, then I believe what they want to do is deport them.
This woman lives close by.
Mucha tristeza.
A lot of sadness that they're coming to get people who are working when there's a lot of people outside doing things they shouldn't, she says. The Newark mayor and activists tell us 3 people were taken into custody, but before that several more were questioned, including a military veteran. In a statement, an ICE spokesperson said U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement may encounter U.S. citizens while conducting field work and may request identification to establish an individual's identity, as was the case during a targeted enforcement operation at a work site yesterday in Newark, New Jersey. Under the new administration, ICE raids are unfolding in cities across the nation. While the administration says the initial focus is on wanted criminals who are in the country illegally, the administration also says anybody in the country unauthorized is subject to federal consequences.
The problem with this is that none of these people were rapists or murderers or criminals. The problem with it is that ICE went in there without a warrant.
And according to an ICE spokesperson yesterday, this is an active investigation, and per ICE policy, we cannot discuss ongoing investigations. Sending it back inside.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. What's the mood out there today? Obviously, there would be presumably a lot of fear.
Steve, this is the ironbound section of Newark, and a lot of people I'm hearing who live in the area are undocumented. I talk to people in businesses, I talk to people who live around here, and I'm told again and again there's a lot of fear, a lot of concern. One person working nearby said people were actually calling in to say, is the area clear? Another woman told me it's sad to see that nobody's on the street today. She believes, she said, that people are avoiding coming outside because they're in fear, and that's the kind of fear that we've been reporting even before this week, but that we've been tracking throughout the week. Back to you, Steve.